Sorry, what was your first name again?
Randy.
And your last name, Randy?
Krueger.
How do I spell that?
Krueger.
And are you a resident here?
I am. I just live on 45th Street.
Okay. And so you've been up and down already on your bike, I can see. What are your thoughts on the new layout?
I think it's, well, I have a car as well, and my wife just went to park it and she told me about it, so I was coming down to see what the heck is happening. It's very confusing because everyone's used to going the one way, and people are just going to turn right here. I mean, it's going to stop people from just pulling out and being hit because of this hedge. I get the safety concern, but it's a very strange way to do that, and closing off this whole section. I'm not sure, does the bike lane just go through here now? I don't know.
I think that area is just blocked off for...
So, right, so everyone has to go around. It's weird. I mean, I guess they did the numbers with enough accidents that they had to do it. Case in point, this guy didn't care. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see, but it's very new and very strange in this moment, and nobody seems to care. Traffic laws haven't changed much for some of these folks.
Yeah. Very good live action shots here, yeah. So are you familiar with the entire layout up along 39th Avenue, the new layout?
No, does it go farther down? More changes? Like, okay. I know they had closed it as a pedestrian crossing or a pedestrian on the weekends. They closed the whole thing off. But even then, when they were doing that, people weren't going 5 miles an hour. They were still going 25, and people using it as a cut through, which was, they weren't supposed to be doing that. I imagine they're changing this to annoy people enough to stop using it as a cut through, perhaps. I'm not sure, the thinking. There must have just been, I don't know, are there several accidents here?
Well, they're trying to improve bike safety, that's the thinking behind it.
I'm for that, I think anybody would be for that, but we'll have to see. It's a strange choice. They've done a few. I used to live on the other side of Queens Boulevard, and on 41st Street they cut off a whole cut through entirely because I think people were just taking it as a shortcut, and it might have improved traffic. I don't know. Don't drive my car as often as I ride my bike.
You said it was confusing. Is it confusing because there's not enough signs up, or that is just completely new, I suppose? Well,
yeah, I mean, it's confusing. Yeah, it's obviously new, and people are still gonna go the same way they used to go. It was already confusing because out of 45th you couldn't turn left. You had to turn right, then left, and then left to get out of here. And people were just taking the left, and cars were able to come right through. And with this hedge blocking, I mean, they definitely need more signage. They probably are going to have to put stanchions to close that so people just won't cut through like they're already doing. I just don't, I don't know. I'm going to have to go down the road and see what else they've done. Yeah.
So you're living in this area. Were you made aware of what was going on, and did you think that the community had a real input into what was going to be implemented here?
No, I had no idea. I don't know that the community had a say in it. I'm not sure if they take that into account very much, or if it was done in a vote and nobody got to be there to vote it down. I know the bike lanes. A lot of people in the neighborhood frowned upon that when that happened, and still do, because I think they thought it removed parking, but it actually didn't. It added more parking because now you can park away from the fire hydrant as opposed to a spot that was missing. So I don't know. I'm not really sure if it was voted on.
Yeah, no, the community board voted on it. I think it was maybe 21-10, something like that, and council member Jimmy Van Bramer was for it also. Okay.
Well, I'd be interested. Jimmy's just the street over. I wonder if he talked about putting it on his street. That's interesting. It's unfortunate though that it's the street I pull out on, but I mean, I'm sure it's an easier out for me now, to be honest, because I had to go right and left. So now I can just come out and stop. I feel a little safer right now knowing that people can't drive through, but clearly people don't know that they can't drive through yet. So that's a little bit of an X factor that someone can just pull through on you.
So do you think if it's when it's properly, when people are familiar with the new rollout, with the new layout, that it will be safer for cyclists?
Yeah, I think so. I think this, for example, this do not enter sign just over here should be at this end, so nobody even coming from this way will even think about it. But yeah, I think it's going to make it safer, for sure. I'm sure it's a million things they've considered to do that, but it's confusing as hell right now, I'll tell you that.
And I think there is a couple of parking spaces also taken on the next block. Any thoughts on the car spaces being taken up?
They took them to block. Oh, because they've done this.
And further up.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's still plenty of parking spaces. I mean, the restaurants took away at least 50 spaces, and I've still managed to find parking spaces.
Bike lanes took over 200.